Trained by day, Kyle Wigginton podcast by night, all day.
Natasha with Echler Security.
Thank you.
So we were just talking about some like altercations that happened, and we recently had an altercation at the bar. And it's kind of crazy that the company reached out to me about private security stuff whenever I recently got attacked at the bar. So like, and it's, you know, it could just be kismet, you know, that you guys reached out. But how did you get involved with private security?
So originally I was living in Michigan and I wanted to be a waitress at a bar, but I didn't have the body for it. I'm a little bit buffer than most women, so I don't look good in a bikini.
Yeah, you're terrifying. I would run from you.
Thank you. But on the other hand, they did say that they needed a female body or a female security for the door to pat down women. And I was like, well, I have no experience. I'm 21. It was December 2009. And I was like, well, let's give it a try. And after that night, I knew that that was what I wanted to do. I was so good at it. I didn't have to take crap from anybody.
Right.
My attitude wasn't a problem. I don't play well with others, and I've never pretended to. So it was a refreshing change from people complaining about my attitude to admiring it. And it just snowballed from there.
And so what do you do now? You do doors, or do you do other things too?
No, actually, I run the entire branch for Echler Security South.
Oh, nice.
I do all the training, the scheduling, the hiring. I work with client relations. I work a lot of posts myself as well still.
Yeah. So when it comes to the private security sector, have you guys noticed an increase in people needing private security?
Yes and no. I've noticed there has been a change in the type of security needed. Like during COVID, we had a lot of grocery stores and a lot of businesses that wanted security to work the door versus now you just have places that want to make sure people aren't stealing. That are mostly outside. They want crowd control from the front of their business.
Yeah, it does seem like the world is getting to be a crazier place.
It is. It's like people were locked up for COVID and got out and forgot how to act in society.
Yeah, even the guy that came in here and attacked me, like he used to be a regular at the bar, and then he got on some kind of drugs really bad. You can even tell like his body like shrank. So it's got to be some kind of like amphetamine related drug. And that night he was in here, he was just out of his fucking mind, man. He had convinced himself that he owned the bar and he fired me.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then I was like, dude, like, what are you even talking about here? Like, this is crazy. And there were people in here that knew that was false, but there were also people in here that had no clue who he or I was. So they were kind of like, what's going on?
Right.
You know? And then the guy just went ballistic whenever I wouldn't leave.
You're going to leave your own business. That's insane.
He went insane.
It reminds me, it doesn't matter the status of people in these days. Like last year, December, actually, according to Facebook, a year ago today, I was working at a luxury hotel in the Central Business District. There was a gentleman urinating in the elevator. The staff approached him first and he said, can I swear?
Yeah.
He said, bitch, I'm going to fucking kill you. So I drew my weapon before I saw the guy because I'm like, if you're threatening to kill this girl, obviously you've got something. So as soon as I saw him though, I'm like, he's 5'7", probably 160 pounds soaking wet, bro. I got this. So I reholstered and the gentleman dragged me into the elevator by my throat and we just went to throwing blows at each other. I ended up winning, obviously. Dragged him out of the elevator.
Did he at least pull his pants up first?
Yes, thankfully. Dragged him out of the elevator, sat him down in the lobby, and I proceeded to call dispatch to inform them like I had been in an altercation. The gentleman ran at me from behind and we went back to throwing blows. I ended up throwing him on the floor and choking him out. I was so mad. Turns out he was a psychotherapist. Yes. An alumni for both Tulane and Loyola.
What?
So.
What was he on?
Oh, he was on something.
Yeah.
Because he was yelling out, I'm white. I'm best friends with Anderson Cooper. I'm going to get away with this. And he did. He went to jail for the weekend. And when he got out, there was a pending court case. He pled no contest and was given a 10-day suspended probation sentence. I, on the other hand, had to miss a week of work because obviously I was a little bit, mental breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting a man at work does kind of put you in a daunting position sometimes. And I have a nice scar across my cheek.
Well, I think fighting anyone puts you in a weird position, especially like in the society that we're in today, because you think that you're safe.
Yeah.
Like there's this like false sense of safety that we all have. So when it comes to actually a physical altercation, if you haven't been in one before, then you kind of like put you in a weird mental space. Yeah. It's like, is it going to happen again?
I've been in at least 100 fights on the job.
Yeah.
And it's been 14 years, but it never gets any easier for me. especially when I fight a man, because the next time I encounter a man in the job, I do get a little bit tense and a little bit nervous because I'm like, am I going to have a repeat of last time? And it sticks with me sometimes.
Does that affect you outside of the job too?
Not really. I'm a homebody. I do a lot of reading, so I just kind of numb it out with the reading, actually.
Yeah. I didn't know if like you had to compartmentalize and stuff.
Not really. I'm usually pretty good at separating work from home life.
Yeah. So how long did it take the cops to arrive the day that the altercation happened? And is it different for you? Because it took me 40 minutes to get them here the night that we had an altercation.
So from start to finish, by the time the cops had gotten there, about 20 minutes had passed since the call. But again, we're in the central business district and it's a luxury hotel. We also had Orleans sheriff show up. So it wasn't even an OPD.
Yeah. So the night that we had the altercation, NOPD showed up and the guy was kind of like, well, you can put a warrant out for his arrest, but that's going to be a lot of paperwork. And if he comes back, you can just call us and we'll come pick him up then. And I was like, okay, so you basically just don't want to do your fucking job.
In other words.
Yeah. I was like, what if this guy comes back with a gun tonight and shoots us all?
Mm-hmm.
Like you never know.
Exactly. And that actually brings up a really good point with NOPD. Mm-hmm. NOPD keeps very civil relationships with private security guards. I've always had very good rapport with them. And that's simply because they are shorthanded.
Right.
And that's what takes them so long to answer their calls. And they have the benefit of having armed security like myself around the city to kind of help out with that a lot. In some instances, they simply just don't have the manpower to help.
I think that was the case the night that I'm talking shit about them because there was like a game or something, maybe a Pelicans game.
Oh yeah.
So they were probably all swamped with that. But I still think they should have like one officer in every area of the city when something like that happens.
I agree. There needs to be something done about the management in NOPD. You have so many people making six figures.
Crazy.
Why are we not getting some of the best service in the world?
Yeah. That's been one of my arguments too. Whenever I heard that they made $40 million in overtime last year, and I see every cop that I know in a brand new house, driving a brand new vehicle, it's like, why am I having to wait 40 minutes?
That part.
Yeah.
It's discouraging when a police officer, like we do work side by side with them on festivals, and it does it bites at my side when they kind of brag about, oh, I'm getting paid $55 an hour right now. Oh, must be nice to get my taxpayer money, huh?
I'm glad you actually said this because I was actually having a conversation with some people a few weeks ago outside of the bar, and they were telling me that the cops are underpaid.
They have the ability to make way more money than any professional service when it comes to government services. You even have the opportunity to make overtime. You get these opportunities to do other posts like casinos and things that pay you that overtime. They're not underpaid, they're underworked. If they were they can do it. They just need to have the drive to do it.
Right. They can make the overtime money and stuff.
I mean, if these guys can make over $100,000, why can't you?
So why private security then? Why not go work for them?
Work for the police?
Yeah, why not?
I don't believe in policing my people. There's certain laws that I don't think that I can force onto people. I'm not going to arrest somebody for smoking marijuana or selling it.
Oh, I feel that.
There's just certain things that I just can't get behind. And that's why I like being a security guard because I'm there to protect, not to police.
I like that a lot. It's a great answer.
It is. I like people and I like to help, but I don't like to be that person that has to arrest a father who's just trying to provide for his family in the only way he's ever known how.
What a beautiful fucking answer, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've spoken to several cops on the podcast, and they're people that I know from Arkansas and stuff. None from down here will come on the podcast because they know that I'm going to hit them with where's that $40 million go?
That hard question they're not ready for.
Yeah, but the ones that I talked to in Arkansas, they just tell me, they're like, dude, it's kind of crazy because these people are like people that I trust in my life kind of thing. But they're like, it's kind of crazy just how big the book is of laws that we have. And I can basically arrest you for anything that I want to. Like there's a law in there that says that I can arrest you, even if it's disorderly conduct or like resisting arrest, something like that. Like there's something that I can get you if I really want to arrest you with. And I'm like, that's insane. So I completely understand where your argument's coming from.
Absolutely. I was arrested one time in Michigan when I was like 19, 20. And I was arrested because I told the cop to stop acting like a bitch. They called it hindering and opposing an officer.
There you go.
And when I went to court, the judge looked at me and he's like, did you run from the police? I was like, no, I told him to stop acting like a bitch. And he's like, you know what? Just pay a $500 fine and go on with your life.
But still, you had to pay a $500 fine for freedom of speech.
Yep.
It's crazy to me.
Absolutely.
That's why they say we don't really live in a free country.
We don't. We live in what we think is a free country. America is the biggest joke of the world. We have this thing called the American dream, but what is it?
Yeah.
Getting chased in your own neighborhood for being brown?
Oh, dude, that's so crazy. The video. I
And
saw the video.
if I hear one more person say, if you're legal, why not stop? I'm a woman. If 4 masked men with guns jump out of a fucking car, bitch, I'm running down the street.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm legal. I don't care if I've lived in this country my whole life. I was born here. I'm running. It's men with masks.
Yeah.
Everything. Stranger danger, motherfucker. We learned this in kindergarten.
Yeah, I saw something today where Helena actually put something out where she said, if you guys really aren't doing anything bad, take your mask off.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's the most sense I've heard in a long time. Like, take your fucking mask off, dude.
I don't understand what you need masks for if you're not doing anything illegal.
Exactly.
If you keep comparing how many people were deported during, Biden or Obama's to Trump's, it doesn't matter. It's because during their time, they weren't sending militias and what looks like the Proud Boys to neighborhoods to nab families. It just looks like you're kidnapping people and throwing them into camps.
One of the worst thing about the video that's floating around the internet right now, them chasing the girl to her house, is those guys were Hispanic.
Yeah.
That's what the guy says at the end of it. He's like, Hispanics against Hispanics. It's crazy.
It is. I mean, it's like the black slavers.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's a thing, too. You know, a lot of people don't even know about that.
No, they don't. There were black people who owned slaves back during slavery. There were black overseers.
Yeah.
There were black heads of houses that kept the slaves in line that actually whipped their own people. And it's the same thing happening right now.
Yeah, I get what they're doing. Like, if you're not from here, you need to go back home. I get that. Like, come here illegally, go back home, come back legally. I get that. But there are right ways to do things and there are wrong ways to do things. And I think right now, the way they're doing it is wrong.
It is. It's terribly wrong. It's inefficient and it's putting fear into regular Americans.
Oh, it's so crazy. If you go to places like Home Depot and it was like
Lowe's.
Esplanade Mall, Lowe's, all these places, they're just like empty right now.
Yeah.
It's a ghost town.
Nobody, they're scared.
Yeah.
And did you hear about this group of women who have come together with this neighborhood app?
Mm-mm.
They're chasing ice around in Kenner.
Interesting.
So they had shown up at Lafayette Park on Saturday, and the group made everybody aware. And this group of women shows up and they're like, take your mask off. Tell us why you think that this is okay. And they just, it was a beautiful thing. ICE got back in their trucks and left.
Love it.
And that's what we need. They're not obstructing. They're not doing anything illegal. They're just trying to keep people safe.
Well, my question is, who asked for this? Like, did anyone ask for them to come here?
Yes.
Who was it?
Have you looked in the comment section of some of the news articles?
I mean, I love looking at comment sections, but I think I missed this one.
I have to stay out of them because they enrage me.
I love them.
There's too many people who believe that what's happening right now is what they voted for.
Oh, you think Trump? Well, I guess Trump did make the call, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
And this was...
But why? That's my real question is why?
Also, Landry's kind of been pushing for it himself.
Okay. That's like why they picked New Orleans is my question. Because of him?
Yeah. I don't know how he got elected.
I don't understand how a lot of these politicians get elected, if I'm being quite honest. And I don't understand why we keep electing the ones we do.
I don't understand how anybody could be an elected official after they've reached senior citizenship.
I agree with that as well.
Like, you are so out of touch with what's going on in the real world. How can you at all make this world a better place when you still think that it's 1965?
Yeah. If you don't understand how the internet works, you shouldn't be here.
Exactly. We have a president who made his own social media so that he could put his rantings on there. What president has ranted publicly like this ever besides Nixon?
So my one argument with why I think Trump is a good one is because he shakes it up. That's my only argument. Like, he's not a career politician. He's just in there shaking shit up. And I think that we needed that because there are so many people that still believe their politicians are working for them that we needed somebody in there to show you that, no, it's just the way the system is.
Yep, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the politician that's in there. The system is fucked up.
You know, my mom always preached when I was a kid that we need a president that is a businessman, that our country is a business and it needs to be ran as such. Well, we didn't need a failed fucking businessman. Okay. This man has ran several companies into the ground, small companies around his big companies. Like, we need somebody who understands politics and business at the same time.
And people.
Most of all, people.
Yeah, that's my argument with a lot of these politicians is they're so out of touch with reality.
Mhm.
They don't live a normal life, so therefore they don't even know what goes into buying groceries and shit. Like think about the government shutdown we just had.
Yeah. That didn't affect them, but it
Didn't
affected
affect them at
people
all.
and they didn't care.
Oh, it affected so many people.
Yeah.
Like millions.
And then once Senator Kerry got up and said, "How about we hold your paychecks and see how much you like it?"
Got them.
I love that man.
Even though they're all millionaires, like it's crazy that that threatening of money was still like what made them move.
Mm-hmm. Why are politicians millionaires? How dare you make more money than the people that you are supposed to help? I don't get that.
So I've been preaching this for a long time, and I did it with the local city council when they had this whole hole in their budget thing. I think that we should take all the salaries from the city councilmen and women and the mayors that we have, even the politicians that are in government, and we reduce their salaries down to the median salary of the country.
Yep.
That way it actually gives them incentive to help grow the people around them rather than just getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars.
To sit on their ass in Washington and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that would be a solution to a lot of the problems right there, because the people that are just money hungry wouldn't go into politics because they knew they weren't going to get paid, because the median salary of the country is not much at all.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, you would actually get people in that wanted to help grow the country.
Yep. I make a considerably decent salary and I still struggle to get by.
Yeah.
It's sad. And I'm upper management.
Yeah. So one of the recent articles that I was reading was about I think his name's Michael Green. He was looking into the poverty line of the country, and he was like, "This is wrong," because what we were looking at with the poverty line was basically a basket of groceries. And if you look at a basket of groceries, the cost of food has gone down so much that the poverty line still looks like it's like $20,000 or something, or $30,000, whatever it is. But he said that if you actually factor in healthcare, housing cost, he had like 4 or 5 other things plus the basket of groceries, then your poverty line is sitting at around like $70,000 to $80,000 per person.
Damn, shit.
Yeah. So
I'm
I mean,
still poverty.
well, that's why he said people are struggling even though they're making really good salaries.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm a 2 paycheck household.
Yeah.
And it's still hard.
Yeah. So he said with 2 paycheck households, the poverty line's around, I think it was like 130 or 140.
I'm not even scratching out both of us.
Yeah. So I mean, but you have people like that are actually working on the problems. And then what have you seen this article at all? I mean, it kind of gets swept under the rug, is what I'm saying.
I haven't, but I'm going to go ahead and look it up when I get home.
So unless you're actually like diving in and looking for these things, you're never going to even see them, because the media is controlled by who the fuck knows, and it gets swept under the rug. Mm-hmm. And so people never even see these things. They just wonder, why the fuck am I working, 80 hours a week and still can't afford to buy groceries?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So is that kind of, with the private security sector, have you seen more people kind of go crazy because of this, like, I guess this impoverished area? I know you work at like a nice hotel.
Not anymore. That was a different company.
Okay. Well, like if you're working in nicer places, you probably don't see people that are like struggling as much. But whenever you're just like, working at like the average bar and stuff, you're probably seeing people that are struggling more, which is causing them to have more mental issues, which is causing them to act out more, right?
A majority of our contracts actually come from homeless people, because of homeless people.
Tell me more.
A lot of like small businesses, we just recently got a new contract, and the reason we got this contract was because they had a consistent problem with the homeless people coming into the business, disrupting things.
Interesting.
And the number of homeless people has skyrocketed since 2020.
Even though we spent $50 million
trying to rehouse them.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I actually was one of the guards working at the motels that they housed those people in. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these people just didn't want to get housing.
This is the Super Bowl thing, right?
No, this was during COVID.
Okay, I'm thinking of the Super Bowl thing, though.
Oh, my God. That was billions of dollars or millions of dollars down the toilet. That was completely useless.
Yeah, I had one of the ladies that was actually working at the shelter place out there, and she was talking about it and just talking about the struggles that comes with trying to rehouse people like that. Like you were just saying, the people don't want to be rehoused. And she was saying that the reason they don't want to be rehoused is because they know, like, I live here. This is where I get food. These are where my people are. I talk to these people right here. Like, this is basically how I live my life. So whenever they rehouse someone, they just put them into like a new area of the city.
Yep.
And that's very confusing to people who are already struggling to, like, where do I find food? Who can I communicate with? And she said there's minimal furniture in their places. So, I mean, she just said that there's really there's no help for these people.
Right. And they don't know how to work.
Yeah.
Most of them just don't have the skills to even try to find a job. They've begged their whole life.
So how do you guys deal with these people then whenever you're hired to do these jobs?
It's honestly, it's hard.
Mhm.
It does kind of wear on me sometimes. I got a real bad habit of giving away my lunch because I feel bad for people like that. Like I know some of you choose it, but some of you choose it because you don't know anything else. And changing is scary. So I try to accommodate them as best I can while also trying to encourage them to not return to the business.
Mhm.
But there's a happy medium you have to do. You can't be too nice
Right.
because then they'll keep coming back. But I have a hard time with them.
We recently had a situation in the bar, and it was a guy we were letting come in here and just hang out. He would hang out in the back and like charge his phone and stuff, and we all knew that he was sleeping on the bench, at the park, and we didn't care. We just let him hang out in the back. He didn't disturb anything. But one night for comedy night, we do comedy nights on Tuesday. He wanted to get up on stage, and he basically got up on stage and he gave us a rant, and it was basically a very racist rant. But once again, it was performance. We're like, he's on stage.
Okay.
It's a performance. But when he got off stage, he kept doing the stuff. And I was like, all right, bro, you got to go now. And I explained to him, I was like, if you would have kept it on the stage, we all would have been okay with it. But when you brought it off stage and kept yelling at people and stuff, that's when I'm like, okay, man, you can't be in here disrupting the business. And he actually listened to me, and he listened to the explanation that I gave him, and he walked away.
Yeah. Most of them can be reasoned with.
Yeah.
I found when I worked like in the French Quarter, particularly, homeless people were my best friend. Those were the people who were going to be like, yo, that's a pickpocket that's walking through your door right now. Or, hey, that person stole something. They are going to help you.
Especially if you're in uniform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've gotten along really well with the homeless people, except for the guy who keeps pooping outside my door.
Whoa.
Lord.
Yeah, I've walked around a few piles of poop in my time in the French Quarter.
And you just know that it's human poop.
My thoughts whenever I do that is like, what did you wipe with?
Their hand.
Oh my God.
Nope, definitely the hand. I've seen it, and then they'll wipe their hand on the wall.
Yeah, that's I
One other thing I want to address. Somebody used the word, instead of homeless, unhoused.
Oh yeah.
And they said that it is now politically correct and it's more sensitive. Why are we being sensitive to homelessness? We need to be crass about this so that we as a society choose to do something about it instead of normalizing it and making it something that's okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to retitle this. We're going to make it clear that we're not okay with this state of living and that we need to improve ourselves as a society and make it go away.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with that. I think that the issue we have is once again our leadership.
Yep. Well.
Yeah, leadership. We have money that can go to these problems, but it's like one's like, what is it, like 25 cents out of every $1 is spent on actually homelessness. Mm-hmm. Like the other 75 cents goes to management. Yeah. And that's crazy to me that you have that much money going to admin stuff whenever the money's supposed to be spent on
the people.
Yeah. I don't have the answer. I wish I did, man. I think about it all the time. And every time I see these people, and especially right now with it being cold and rainy outside, it's like, that cannot be, it's not a fun life.
It's not. I've given away several blankets. Anytime I have a blanket I don't like anymore, I just give it to some poor homeless person.
Yeah, we're actually doing a drive here on the 13th. It's going to be a toy drive and a jacket drive. The jackets are going to the homeless community, and the toys are going to go to underprivileged kids for Christmas.
Well, maybe I'll bring some by.
Yeah, come through. It's going to be, it's an event called Soul Sessions. So, I mean, musicians are going to be here performing. It's going to be a cool little thing. It could be a cool event.
What day is it again?
It's going to be on the 13th. I believe that's Saturday. I think it's the 13th. I'm going to look it up real quick because if I'm telling people the wrong dates.
Yeah, I'm going to put in for PTO for that so I don't have to go to work.
13th, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely come
next
for that.
Saturday.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, bring a toy or something if you got one.
I've got a mountain of jackets.
Oh, jackets. Yeah, that'd be lovely. That would be very helpful for people right now.
Absolutely.
So, do you have anything else you'd like to talk about today with the Echler Security? Like, how do we get in contact with these people, and like what can we actually expect if we hired Echler Security for an event?
So, if you hire Echler Security, you get an Eckler guarantee. So, we're extremely strict about being on time. Mm-hmm. If my guard by some random mysterious reason shows up, say an hour late, we then give you an hour free.
Love it.
We don't charge you for when the guard was not there. Also, we work with the client. If there's something you want done different, all you have to do is tell us. We have multiple different guards, both male and female. And if you have a choice of which gender, it's not made a big deal. We do like to accommodate everybody with what they need. We do offer both unarmed and armed, but we all do carry non-lethals as well. The gun is the absolute last choice. And we, thankfully, down in the South have not had to use any kind of force at all. So that's pretty thankful. But we also can accommodate contracts same day at times too.
Oh, wow.
So if you have like an emergency, you need 2 guards for 5 hours, same day, we can accommodate that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I was going to get in contact with you guys, would I just go to the website?
Yep. We are EcklerUSA.com. We service Louisiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, and Mississippi.
Is there a reason why those specific places?
So the company originally started in Ohio. That's where the owner of the company is from, Mark Eckler. And then he branched out around there, and he lives in Florida now. So he began branching with Mississippi and then Louisiana.
That makes sense. The surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of events do you guys cover?
Anything.
Anything. Are you the ones that help out with Mr. Tequila over there?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to get in over there.
Now that you said something, I'll be making a stop over there.
Yeah, it's on Tuesdays. They have their taco night. And I guess it gets crazy over there sometimes, but they have a security that comes in on Tuesday nights, but maybe good.
Tuesdays gets a little wild in Uptown, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got good deals on tacos. Tacos and beer is, you got to go at noon or don't go at all on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's crazy over here on Ferret.
It is. But Ferret's such a lovely place to come, though. I really enjoy coming on here.
No, this street's been a blessing for me. Yeah, getting away from the French Quarter and getting over here and doing some stuff on this street. It's been awesome. Like all the businesses over here, amazing. Luckily, we don't have too many problems with people. I mean, every now and then there's a few break-ins, but yeah, it's pretty quiet street.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys start to get a string of break-ins, it might be a good idea to pull together and have like a neighborhood patrol.
How would that work?
So what we would do is we would bring a unit into the area, and we would have a guard either 24/7 or 12 hours, whatever other problem hours. And they would stay in the area and be constantly on the move. We do have 360-degree cameras on the units. We also have live feed cameras that we could station around Ferret Street where we always have somebody monitoring them.
Whoa.
They could contact me, and I actually live uptown, so I could be in the area in 5 minutes.
That is awesome. And what kind of do you guys have this in other areas of the city?
Not yet. We do have it in Ohio right now.
But it is a service you guys offer.
It is a service we offer, yes.
That's actually a really cool service.
It is. Neighborhood patrols are quite common. I've worked quite a few of them for other companies as well. But we're just starting to build up right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, how long have you guys been in New Orleans?
Just under a year, actually.
Okay. And you were working for another company before that?
I was.
And do you find this company to be better than the other company?
So much better.
Yeah.
My last company was like being in an abusive relationship. I kept coming back because it's what I knew, and I knew I could make good money there. I worked 90-hour weeks for them.
Oh my gosh.
I was really mistreated a lot and underpaid. I made the most I ever made at that company was $15.50 an hour, which is extremely low. My company actually starts our guards at 16 or 17, depending on armed or unarmed.
Yeah.
Which is a very good place to start. And we're actually one of the higher paying security companies.
I love that. And you guys hiring?
We are, actually.
Oh, that's huge.
Tomorrow I plan on doing a hiring frenzy. I want at least 10 people across Louisiana.
Bro, that's crazy, especially right now with the way society is. I mean, getting a job is crazy right now for some people.
Well, we are definitely, not only are we hiring the South, the North is hiring like crazy. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, they are definitely looking for people.
I love that for you guys, but it's also kind of terrifying for me because it's like, why are we hiring so much private security right now?
Because it's cheaper than hiring the police.
Well, I mean, technically the police are free, right?
No, so...
Do you have to actually pay to get them to come out?
Yeah. Well, to have them sit out there, yeah.
I do know that, what was it? There was a charge we were getting for a while with our security system. And the charge was it was like I can't even think what it was called, but it was like if the alarm goes off and the police come out here and there's nothing actually going on, then they'll charge the business. A false alarm report. That's what it was.
Oh no.
Yeah, false alarm charge. And I was like, what is this? Like, we're not like our alarm only went off one time and the cops had to come out here, and it wasn't even a false alarm. Someone was actually breaking in. But I mean, it's crazy that they have the false alarm reports.
Jesus. Yeah, we don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to show up, say that we have you on even if you wanted an on-call basis with us, say that you had a situation where a guy came in here, threatened somebody and said, I'm going to come back later with a gun. Say you were to call us, we could come and then spend the rest of the night on post with you, like, and protect you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we in those types of situations, I would arm my officer with like our body armor as well.
Yeah, maybe something that I have to actually reach out to the businesses around here and just get someone in the neighborhood. It might be kind of cool. That
would be. I probably would definitely start the post off so you guys would see me around quite a bit. And then I actually train all the other officers as well.
Yeah, that was actually, it's getting close to the anniversary of this. But last Christmas, I was working. I always work the shifts during Christmas so the bartenders can go home and see their families and stuff. But I was working here, and a homeless lady who I've never seen before, so new homeless lady, was on the street, and she came in and she smelled kind of bad, but no one else was in here. So I was like, you can hang out in the bar, and warm up while no one's in here. And then she started pouring herself a drink with her own bottle of vodka. And I was like, but you can't be doing that. Like that's illegal. It's kind of against the rules. And she's like, oh, fuck you. And started walking out. And I was like, whatever. So she goes outside and sits on the side of the street. And I guess I had walked outside, not thinking about it. And I got in my vehicle and got like a bottle of water out or something. And I come back in. And then later that night, after everyone had left the bar, she went to my vehicle, busted out all the windows. And this is the icing on the cake. She got inside and then pissed in the car.
She got Swifty in your truck.
My God, dude. I was so livid.
Please tell me you got rid of that truck.
Well, no, I got it cleaned.
You still have it?
Yeah, still got it.
Oh, I don't think I could mentally deal with it.
Well, so my whole thing is I drive a piece of crap anyway. And I drive a piece of crap for that reason. Okay. Just in case someone does fuck it up. Because I know I live in a city. Like when you live in a city, like people are going to fuck your car up all the time and you're not going to know it. Like they're going to drive by and hit it on the side of the street or something.
My neighbor hit my car 3 times since I've had it in the last month.
There you go. Yeah. See, so I mean, it happens all the time in the city. So I can't justify going and buying a new vehicle. So I just have this older car that I can fix for basically nothing if something happens to it.
Oh, I would have ripped the seat out at very least.
That I can, if I knew the name of the cleaning company that I called, they did an amazing job. All right. Like literally in 2 days, I had all the windows refixed and I had my car was brand new on the inside. And I felt so sorry for those guys. But I even told him, I was like, this is what happened. I'm going to go inside now. Yeah, just let me know how much money you want. I'm going to go back inside now. You guys do your thing.
Good luck.
And they use these like foggers. So they cleaned all the urine out and like did all the seats and stuff. And they used these spray foggers inside of the car, which I didn't even know existed. And they turned the air on. So it was circulating. So it was just circulating these like this foggers of like ozone and like these good smelling chemicals. Took all the scents away.
We need to look into that. I might need to invest in that myself.
Bro, it was a game changer. But those guys, I wish I knew their name because I would definitely give them a shout out. They're a blessing in disguise. But yeah, so someone like that being in there, because I actually called the cops that night too. And when I called the cops, they said, did she steal anything out of the vehicle? And I was like, no, she didn't. And she was like, we can't do anything about it then.
She defecated in your vehicle. How?
They said they couldn't do anything about it because she didn't take over $500 worth of stuff out of it. And it was basically just like something that happened that I need to get insurance to pay for.
Yep. See, that's when private security would have came into play. Like we would have seen her getting into your vehicle, smashing your windows. That's a very obvious thing. Mm-hmm. And we would have put a stop to it before she had the opportunity to urinate in your vehicle. That would have been lovely. Yeah. Yes. That's why we may have to look into this. It's a very big possibility. I will make sure to leave you a business card and you can give us a call. So I'm also going to link the website into the description down below. So if anyone out there is interested in their services, definitely reach out to them. Is there anything else you'd like to leave us with today? Choose not to be a shitty person. I love that. It's great advice. Well, Natasha, thank you for coming in today. I love what you guys do and love what you stand for. I think the business is awesome. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Mm-hmm.